Hey guys, welcome to the daily news analysis of 9th of January, guys. The very first news is about Midharam's Jatra. Actually, the central government is planning to declare this Midharam Jatra as a national festival this year, because central government is planning to make this Jatra included is in intangible cultural heritage of humanity tag, right, which is being declared by UNESCO, that is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Now let's see about this Midharam Jatra. First, let's see where is the location of Midharam, guys. As you can see that is in this Telangana. This is the region where Midharam is situated, right, and it is being held as a Sarakka Jatra, which is further being held by the Koya tribes in Telangana, and it is said that it is the Asia's biggest tribal festival because around 1 crore people on an average attend this festival on an biannual basis. Now it is done biannually, remember, right, and it is done to honor two goddesses. That is, first is Samakka and the second is her daughter, who is called Sarakka. Now, several communities in Telangana society support the Jatra, as it is also a mythical narrative is there about these women leaders and women goddesses basically. It is being said that these women leaders who fought, these were the two women leaders who fought against the Kakatiya ruler who were trying to annex their land and forest, right? And in fact, Samakka, I'm just talking about this goddesses, who is called Samakka, so she has cursed Kakatiya ruler, after which the Kakatiya ruler died also, right? So it is indeed it is of huge cultural importance, guys. See, because from the cultural perspective they can ask you a question, right? They can ask you about Kakatiya ruler because it is there in history book. They can ask you about the Koya tribes of Telangana, right, who is from where this basically this Koya tribe dominate, right? So these kind of questions they might ask you, so just remember these kind of questions. Next is about Flamingo Festival, which is a 3-day annual Flamingo Festival that is being organized at Fulika Lake of Andhra Pradesh. All right, now guys, here is the location of Andhra Pradesh, Fulika Lake, and this Flamingo Festival has been organized since past 12 years, and it is held every year in order to promote the tourism in Fulika Lake as well as Nelapattu Bird Sanctuary. Nelapattu Bird Sanctuary is 20 km north of Fulika Lake, and it is considered as one of the biggest habitat of some of hundreds of pelicans who often come to this Nelapattu Birdlife Sanctuary, right? Okay. Guys, what about these flamingo? Actually, many migratory birds from Siberia basically visits this place of Fulika Lake and Nelapattu Birdlife Sanctuary, and that's why to promote the tourism also over there, this is the government recognized Flamingo Festival, because it is being said that during this period of time migratory birds have their breeding season, right? So that's why they come here to breed, and after their breeding season goes off, they fly away to their respective places, right? Now let's see about Fulika Lake, guys. It is the second largest brackish water lake or lagoon in India after the Chilika Lake, right? And now you just have to tell in comment section below that in which state Chilika Lake is present. Next is ozone layer hole. Actually, NASA has recently confirmed that banning of CFC, which is being done by the Montreal Protocol, which has been signed further in 1985. So that has resulted to the shrunk of hole that is being taking place in ozone layer in over Antarctica, right? So basically the findings has been said by NASA that chlorine level has rapidly declining in the Earth's stratosphere, and this has been proved by the NASA's long-term satellite observation. And NASA have shown that 20% decrease in the level of chlorine in the Earth's atmosphere has occurred since 2005, and which has proved that for the first time any world action has brought about a dramatic impact over the planet, and it is a potential of human beings that they can bring these kind of dramatic impact in future also, right? So it is a kind of indication that if you're not taking this Paris Climate Agreement into if you're taking this Paris Climate Agreement seriously, then we can actually fight this global warming phenomena also, right? So this is indeed a very good news. Okay, through this I just want to make you know that how does the depletion occurs. See, basically what happens is chlorofluorocarbon, when it is being emitted from the refrigerators or the hairsprays, then it goes in the atmosphere and it mixes in atmosphere. Gradually it goes to stratosphere, right? Now in stratosphere there is a ozone layer, so, and you know that UV rays also strikes there, right? Now UV ray, when it directly strikes this ozone, that is O3, right? So I mean, sorry, UV rays first strike the CFC, that is chlorofluorocarbon, right? So when it strikes chlorofluorocarbon, then the chlorine component gets detached from this chlorofluorocarbon, and chlorine component, it strikes the ozone, that is O3, right? When it strikes O3, then it's what happens, one component of O, like one molecule of O, gets detached from O3 and it joins to Cl, that is, it forms ClO, and it is formed here O, 3, like O2, sorry, from O3 to it converts to O2, O3. Now again, any free radical of oxygen atom hits this ClO component and it takes away this O with her, and it again becomes O2, right? And this chlorine is again becoming the free radical. Now the cycle continues, this chlorine again goes to becomes this free radical and again hits any sort of O3 molecule, right? So this kind of chain reaction goes on continuing, and our ozone layer depletes. So this is basically phenomena of ozone layer depletion, which I thought of making you understand. Next news is about India's second FTII institute to be set up at Arunachal Pradesh in the northeastern region, which is said to be that, I mean, it has a potential of tapping the potential of a northeastern region. And since it is the second FTII institute, so the first FTII institute is set up in Pune, that is in Maharashtra. And regarding FTII institute, guys, it is an autonomous institute which comes under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Now, how this news is important, because if you have observed, then often you have seen in northeastern region the development is carried out in the industrial sector only, means mainly that is industrial or service sector focused, right? But since this institute will be set up in northeastern region, then it is a huge potential that the future actors and actresses of this television and film might get selected from this kind of institute. And if they get selected from this kind of institute, then they can give a huge impact to the India's culture. Actually, what will happen is, if the people from northeastern region who will be joining this northeastern institute in future, say for example they comes into the mainstream of Bollywood, then since Bollywood is the huge entertainment sector of India, then the cultural will also be exchanged. I mean, it has a probability that culture might also get exchanged from these future actor and actresses who will be getting selected from Arunachal School of FTII, right? So it will indeed be summing up the gap which was earlier existing between the culture of mainland India and northeast India, right? So those gaps will be recovered. I mean, it has a probability of getting recovered, those gaps. So this was news, guys. Next news is about Kerala's fight against antimicrobial resistance. Now, what is antimicrobial resistance? I will tell you. Say for example, you went to doctor and you had a bacterial disease. So doctor has written you and antibiotic, right? So you took antibiotic, a doctor has given you antibiotic for 10 days, but you took it for 5 days, because after 5 days you got recovered, right? So you again went to the doctor's chamber and you just got that rest tablets got exchanged, and in exchange you got that money back, right? Okay, fine. Now what happens is, if this kind of situation, this kind of bacterial diseases attacks you often, and you are doing such kind of incidents often, that after taking half of dose you are leaving the rest half, and you are getting money for that. So what will happen in future, that you get a high probability that the bacteria who are present within your body, they grow resistance to the antibiotic that you have taken, because you have only taken half of this dose, right? The doctor has given full dose, so that those full of total 100% bacteria your body can get rid of. But no, you have just written 50 or 75% of the dose, and those extra bacteria has got immunity from that bacteria. So after a certain period of time, if you will again that bacterial disease happens to you, and if you are taking that antibiotic, then antibiotic is not going to affect in any way, right? So that is the situation of antibacterial resistance. Now Kerala is all set to launch its strategic plan to tackle this antimicrobial resistance, because there is emerging concern in all the sectors, like whether it be health, whether it be veterinary, whether it be dairy, fishery or poultry. All the sectors are, it is being seen that the AMR, that is antimicrobial resistance, is emerging in all these sectors, right? So let's give a view that what is it all about, guys. It basically focuses on 5 strategy. The first strategy is improving awareness and understanding of the public on AMR, that is antimicrobial resistance, right? So first, the awareness program will be carried out. Next is strengthening the knowledge through the evidence, all right, and it will be done by the antimicrobial surveillance. Next is implementation of better infection prevention and control strategies in all the hospitals. Next will be optimizing the use of antimicrobial resistance in all the sectors, and that will include health, agriculture, dairy, poultry, fisheries, whatever we have discussed in this here, right? So all the sectors it will conclude. And last but not the least will be promoting collaborative research studies on drug. If the research studies will carry out over these drugs, then it will indeed be beneficial for the government also, and Kerala government in particular and Indian government in general, because if the research activities will be carried out, then we will be getting to unleash many of the informations which is not being, which is not with the doctors yet, right? So if they will unveil those information, then it will be easier for carrying out the future studies over this antimicrobial thing, right? So it is the aim of the Kerala government that I have already discussed. Next is a very good initiative by Ministry of Railways. Actually, Ministry of Railways is planning to deploy drone cameras, and through this they are going to make a real-time inputs of different projects that is being carried out in railways, like railway infrastructure, track maintenance works that has been going on, right? So it will be indeed very helpful for the railway ministry to carrying out all these surveillance activities through one single drone, right? So let's see what happens. And it is being said that it will also monitor the activities of relief and rescue operations, and if in future it happens. So yeah, this was about it. Next is about Partnet Phase 1. Actually, the government has recently achieved the Phase 1 milestone of this Partnet project, and though Partnet project is covering 2.5 lakh gram panchayat, and the aim is to cover 2.5 lakh gram panchayat, but under Partnet Phase 1 project, the 1 lakh target has already been achieved, right? And it was achieved within the deadline of 31st of December 2017. And government has announced the Phase 2, that is Partnet's Phase 2 target also, and that will be achieved by the year 2019. And for this guide, few of the awards has been given to different states like UP, Maharashtra, MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Jharkhand, because they were awarded as best performing state which has implemented Partnet Phase 1 project at a very responsible manner, right? Now let's see the benefit of this Partnet project. Actually, the benefits are, it will bridge the digital divide gap which is being happening between the rural and urban areas, and since it is the world largest rural broadband project, then it is being speculated that that a huge and a massive employment opportunities, whether it be direct employment or indirect employment, will be generated in country, especially the rural areas, right? And guys, yeah, one information was also given, I thought of sharing it with you. The project earlier was called NOFN, that is National Optical Fiber Network, which has been approved by the cabinet approval on 2011 year. That time the deadline was set up to 2013, which has been deferred by 2015, then 2016, then 2018, and now it's 2019 by different other governments, right? Next news is about Hunar Haat. Actually, recently it has been organized in Mumbai, and this is organized by Ministry of Minority Affairs under a scheme which is called Ustad scheme, which full form is upgrading the skill and training in traditional art and or crafts of our development. And under Ustad scheme, what is does it aim for? I'm talking about Ustad scheme, right? So basically, it aims for preserving and promoting the rich cultural heritage of India, as well as the traditional art and crafts of minorities community that is being done by minority community. commuting. So it is kind of platform which will give all the minority communities to showcase their talent, right? And I mean, this platform will work for good for them also, and work for the international visitors or the local visitors whosoever visit them, because they have high probability that their product will be getting sold, right? And this time the theme was craft or cuisine ka sangam. That is a Hindi sangam. Sangam means male, I mean collation, right? So yeah, the theme is craft and cuisine ka sangam. So, and the government encourages this kind of hunar haat by giving them travel allowances, free stay, as well as spaces for setting up their installs, and the whole cost is taken by the taken up by the government of India, right? Next is about Zuma mission. Actually, it was in news because the SpaceX company, that is a local company of United States of America, they have launched this Zuma mission, and they have not given out any details that what is this mission for. They have just said that it is being done for the US government, and this is kind of a secret mission, and we are not going to disclose any of the mission secrets for this, and it will be delivered in low Earth orbit. So this is the information that has been given. And next is, guys, petition has been filed in Supreme Court regarding the quashing off of section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, which criminalizes homosexuality. So the petitioners want that this section of 377 must be done away with, and that's why Supreme Court has referred this plea to decriminalize homosexuality under section 337 of IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, to a larger bench, and that now the larger bench will take decision whether this section of Indian Penal Code must be done away with or not. Now for this, the apex court has also said that few section of people cannot, I mean, it is not possible in India, since we are a democratic country. So it is not good that few section of people is living in fear of law, because they are fear that the right of choice is determined by the government, not themselves, right? So they fear this, right? And they have also said the societal morality, it changes with time, and law should also walk and change pace with time. So when this section 377 came as a law, that time the societal situation was totally different, and now the society is totally different. So since society has changed, so we should also change with the society. And the proponents of this, whosoever has filed this petition, they are telling that these LGBT communities, that is lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender community, they are totally the negligible part of population, right? And it is totally kind of virtually denying them the rights of choice and sexual orientation. So since it is a democratic country, everyone has the right to express ourselves and choose the things what we want. So this section 377 is a blot to right of choice to the citizens of India in general, right? So yeah, that's why this was in news, guys. Let's see what is the decision of larger bench. Whatever they'll decide, then I'll again tell it to you, right? So this was all about the today's news, guys. We will meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and till then, whatever you want to do, man, just do it, but don't trouble your mother. And one more thing, one more thing. In the description below, what I'll do is I'll put the Telegram link of my channel. I've made a Telegram channel by name Shubhodip, right? Shubhodip Study Materials. So I'll give the Telegram link of it. If you want to access the PDFs, right? If you want to access the PDF, so what you can do is you can join that channel. I'm just putting those PDF on that channel. That's totally free of cost. No charge will be taken from you. Don't worry. Totally free of cost. You just see the description. There's a link given, right? You just have to click that link. That's it. Everything will happen, and you can download all the PDFs whatever I have uploaded there, right? So just do it, guys. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to this class, guys. Thank you very much.